Well, I'm here next to none other than the Chaya plant, also known as the miracle tree, or botanically as Cnidoscolus aconitifolius. I started growing this plant last year from a woody cutting I had received. Now I've got 3 mature specimens. So at one point, all 3 of these plants were nice and full, bushy, full of leaves, which is great because that's the edible part of the plant. But something came in and attacked it. But nonetheless, the plant came back and it's doing very well here. Even in December, we've gotten down into the 30s and it's still doing well. But I came out here today in the rain so that I could take some cuttings and further proliferate this plant for next year. I definitely want to grow this in a couple different areas of the yard. Now these plants can get as high as 20 feet tall, but are generally pruned to somewhere around 6 feet for ease of harvest. The leaves themselves are highly nutritious, much more so than spinach. The only caveat to that is that these plants require a longer cooking time because they contain large amounts of hydrocyanic acid. But once it's cooked for about 20 minutes, you're good to go. So with that, I'm going to quickly take some cuttings and show you how to propagate this plant. So my preferred method of propagation in the case of most cuttings is to put them in 1-gallon containers. I've got a nice organic potting mix ready to go here. And in the case of the Chaya, it's a woody cutting that we're taking, so you don't have to go for the newest green growth. You could actually take an entire branch out. Usually about 6 inches will do. So I got my clean, disinfected pruners here. And I'm just going to strategically cut some cuttings out of here, trying to keep a balance on the plant because I want to try to overwinter this and see how it goes. But right here would be a good choice. Keep that aside for now. And again, I'll go for the inward growth here. And this could technically be made into 2 or 3 cuttings. As you can see, I'm making a nice diagonal cut, and the Chaya, just like many other types of plants, has these nodes. This is where new growth is going to start to emerge from. Alright, so I got 4 nice looking cuttings here. And now just with many of the other cuttings I take, it's very simple. It's just stick it in the dirt. This is what I did last year. I had great success with it. So I'm going to do the same thing and bring these pots inside, put them under some lights in a nice warm environment, let them overwinter, and by next spring we should have a nice root development on these plants, plug them out in the landscape and get a nice jump start on the season. So be sure to stay tuned. If you're not already, subscribe so you can get the updates on this and all the other projects I have going on back here. But we're going to see how this plant does overwintering. At some point I may come out and throw a row cover over this, but so far, you know, we've dipped down into the mid-30s and these plants are showing absolutely no sign of stress, so it's looking good.